Hey guys, welcome. It is another week of where you should be spending your money live. And I have been enjoying this because what we've been able to do with this weekly live is get a lot more exposure for um, Black female owned businesses. So I'm always excited about that, right? And there are just so many more amazing women that I have lined up for you. Um, I today I have an amazing sister who, for some of you guys who may be entrepreneurs of your own, she will come in handy. Okay, so she has a true service that you definitely need to be a part of, or to find out about. So I'll be bringing her on. Let's see. There she is. Let's see. Hey, girlie. How are you? I can't hear you. You're muted.
There I am. Okay.
Now I can hear you.
I had it muted because my family was around. I was like, let me find.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good. So, I was just opening up and letting everybody know, welcoming them, and then letting them know a little bit about you before I let you do the rest. But so again, guys, this is where you should be spending your money live. Make sure that you share this stream. This is something that I, as creator of iHearGirls.com, have been doing via the site for many years now, and we highlight Black people-owned businesses. So not only that, I think by bringing it live, especially with the transition and the pivot, that a lot of us are spending a lot more time on our phone, um, and in front of our computers. So I decided to bring that same segment from the website or from the blog and bring it directly to you guys, via this platform. And so what it has done has it's given people a whole bunch of exposure. So that is like number one, what I want. I feel like we should be spending our money with people that look like us. So why not? You know, if we're going to spend the money anyway, why not spend it with someone who looks like you, somebody who cares about your community, somebody who cares about you, relates to your experience, so on and so forth. Today, I have a guest who is pivotal to the growth of our communities, pivotal to those who have these great ideas and you don't know where to start. She's extremely important to know. If you're trying to build your business, a nonprofit, for profit, it doesn't matter what it is, she's got your back because she is definitely the plug when it comes to Grant Life. You know, we hear about Grant Life, but you know, I've noticed that a lot of us are afraid to even approach grants because we think we have this self-defeating mindset that this is just not for us. It never works out for us. Um, or a lot of times we think, oh, I don't have what it takes to get it. You never know unless you try. And here's the other thing: you got to know what's available out there. And honestly, since being around Yolanda, I found out about all these grants. Now, I knew about grants before, but I would search maybe randomly, and then it was hard to find. And then I met her, and she's like, she got like, ding, look, here you go. I'm like, okay. And the other thing I love about Yolanda, she makes the process sensible. You know, I think like I said, we beat ourselves down because we think it's more difficult than it is, and she makes it more sensible. If it is difficult, she got the skills to get it done. Pay her to get it done. So, okay, with all that being said, let me go ahead.
You keep talking. You better say that.
So, you know, I really want, I think it's great in the middle of, you know, we started this on the very first week in June doing these live, but I think it's so great to have someone at the end of June, and before we go into our July interviews, to actually, basically, it's like you're talking to all of those entrepreneurs I just talked to.
Right, yeah.
So this is perfect. Like, everybody who has done one with me, if you are a business owner, if you are an aspiring business owner, whatever, this you need to pay attention to what she's going to be dropping. Because you've heard about grants, we all hear about it, and we would love to be blessed with grants, but we don't know what steps to take. And now I have someone right here who's going to school you on it, and she is a master at her game. She's not play. Like, yeah. So anyway, with all that said, I introduced to you guys Yolanda Minniefield. So go ahead, Yolanda, and tell them what I missed.
You did so good. You touched on a few things. I have my other phone in my hands, and you see me looking over because I took notes as you were speaking. Because you touched on already. Let me first congratulate you for shifting so perfectly. Like, that's so vital and so important for business in general right now with this whole COVID thing. I think we're all kind of past that point of fear initially, still there, but initially. And I think that fear gave us all so much inspiration to find ways to shift and to pivot. And you're doing such a great job. So I'm so proud of you for finding that way. And what I mean by that is just taking your business as it was, looking at all the challenges that we faced and what came against you, and finding a way to, you know what, I still have to serve my community. I still have to serve my people. I still have to make my profit and feed my family. I still have to, complete my dream and my goals. How can I do this in a way that matches where we are in this world right now? Everything is virtual, and you're doing such a great job. So congratulations to you on that, and for everybody who's done that. I'm still kind of struggling with it and with some of the areas of my business, but it's been good. So there's that, and then just the fear in general. I think when you talk about how you talked about those of us who know there's grants out there and we feel like this isn't for me. I don't know how I'm going to do this. That's for the big wigs. That's for the people who are established. That's really what created OG, the grant plug, was like, no, you know what? There are contests, there are pitches, there are ABC applications, easy applications, virtual, submit, give the deep stuff after they reach back out to you. There are proposals, just creating your own pitch deck and sending it to the right people. There are ways to where, you can become those same big wigs that we fear.
Right.
We feel like we don't have them. And so in finding grants, I was always able to find corporate grants, federal grants for people. But I had to kind of scale it back. I think my experience with where I was like, scale it back, because my community, the people that I serve the most, are people like us. We don't have it. We don't have the access. We don't have the funds. Sometimes they want to see funds already in. We're just trying to get started. Right. So I made it a huge goal of mine, and I'm always going to keep it that way, to always find those opportunities for the underdogs, basically. And so that's what I try to really instill in people, is like, you know what, there's something out there for all of us. Whether you need operations, you need startup. You just have to get over that initial fear of, I'm not going to qualify for that. I don't know how to do this. Yes, you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really try to teach people. And what that entails is perfecting your pitch, perfecting your brand, really sitting back and looking at your brand and saying, you know what, everything is matching up. My logo matches my website. Who I serve matches my mission. You know what I mean? And everything that you've created around your brand is exactly what you piece together and you send to the people you're proposing to, like, hey, I'm worth this grant. I'm worth these funds. Right. You're going to get a return on you're going to get that ROI, putting it in what I have here. And that's what we fear. We fear that we're not good enough. So thank you for saying that. Really, that's major. Yeah.
I think that's a great point, because this is the thing for me, working in media, and as a speaker, we have to put together a package anyway.
You definitely.
So really what she's saying is you're doing the same thing. Like, you're doing that same thing for a pitch to get some money. Like, and so I think a lot of people, we think we don't have all of the stuff that we need, and you have it right there. Because when I was working with you, the stuff you asked me for, I'm like, oh, that's my media kit.
That's it.
Like, yeah, here you go, boom, boom, boom. And so, especially for speakers, I'm going to say this, especially for speakers and authors, y'all already got that stuff. Y'all already.
You know what they don't know, what we don't know, because even as an author or speaker myself, what we didn't know or don't know is that there's funds for us. There's funds specifically for speakers. There's funds specifically for writers and authors. We don't think that, you know, they treat the arts and creatives like government entities. Like, it's a need. We will always have a need. Like medical professionals, you are an essential creator. You are an essential person.
Exactly, because that's what the world is tuning into. They need the creative. Like, we are essential to keep people together. Like,
thank you. Like, I could probably find twice as many creative grants as I could for someone just going after like startup funds. If you're a creative in any shape or form, I can probably find you double the amount of grants I can find for the average person starting a business. And we missed that. So you're absolutely right. And their package is there. Your books wrote themselves. That does it itself. You know, you're a brand once you're published. And so you need to take it seriously is the thing. Taking it seriously, making it make sense. And even for those who don't have it, you saw what my needs request. When I send that out and they send that back, it can be the bare minimum. That's where I come in at. That's what you pay people like me. Because if I'm a good grant writer, a good consultant even, I'm going to put that package together and really make it what it needs to be. I take all of my clients personally because I'm writing for you. If you're hiring a grant writer, and I'm going to talk about that later, but if you're hiring a grant writer, they need to take your project personal. They need to take everything that you have personal, because how else is someone going to write for you? You know what I'm saying? How else is someone going to see your vision? But that was later on in the conversation.
Well, I have a woman here in my chat now. This awesome lady, Miss Annette. She's in the chat right now, and so she's watching. I hope she's still watching. And she created this event, the Juneteenth celebrations, and it was a festival. It was planned to be a festival, but of course we had to trim it back and make it a virtual thing. But that was one of the things she was looking for. How does she get those grants? So, you know, I'm glad she's coming in, because this is my plug right here. Like, you, Miss Annette, if you're still watching, please contact Yolanda so that we can get. Yes, she said I want to connect. Get her information. I guarantee you by next year for Juneteenth, like she will have you squared away. And Miss Annette's already done all the work of, you know, the media packages, the kits, and everything like that. So there are grants out there for what you were putting together for the project. So yes, all contact Yolanda, definitely.
Absolutely. There's always a way. And when you say Juneteenth, that's such a big celebration nationwide anyway. It's about connection. Even if we can't straight immediately go after grants, we're going to get you connected where you are. There's a lot of events happening around Juneteenth, a lot of people who promote and put on events for Juneteenth, even if you have to just collaborate and network. I'm sure she already has, but take it a step further. And we'll talk about that, Miss Annette, because you're going to reach out. We're going to talk about that. You already got my wheels spinning right now.
Hey, girl, look, I told you, she's a great connection. And so I really want people to take advantage of that.
That gets missed the most with everybody, is your network right around you. There's so much funds. There's so much funds right around you. You figure if you got 10 people around you, and you all are kind of doing a similar thing, and you all have funds that you're willing to invest into what you're doing, you're all doing the same thing, why not find that one person who's like, you know what, all 11 of us now are on the same path. Why don't we just put all this in the same pot and see what kind of collaboration and kind of project we can really come up with? We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But you know how much funds that is right there? If each one of us put $5,000 in this pot and just start one of us off, and then not one reach back. You understand what I'm saying? We don't do that. But yeah, the collaboration is huge. Something like Juneteenth, you definitely have to just reach out in your network because it's already rolling. Right. I get that question a lot when people are asking, can they trademark their business or trademark their concepts and ideas. That's Juneteenth is a good example. Juneteenth is already in existence. You cannot trademark what you're doing for that, but you can trademark your brand. So what
Yeah.
you do is you pull back from what's already there and create it around your brand. So when we see you, we know that's your brand and we know that's for Juneteenth, but it still stands on its own. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I can go on and on and on.
I know you can, girl. I know you
I can
can.
go on. It's so much.
I want to talk to you real quickly about the SBA uh, grant loan because I heard about it first from you.
Yeah.
Like she was on it when I'm telling you when this pandemic came. I knew her before the pandemic, but listen, she blew up after the pandemic.
Crazy,
She was
right?
on fire here, you know. I was like, oh, y'all don't know her like I know her, but anyway,
Crazy.
I'm glad that I was already following you
My
because
sister.
soon as this thing happened, people didn't know what was going on. We didn't know.
Right.
But she was so quick. She was like, "Hey, y'all, they're getting ready to open this thing up. Go!" And I didn't even know if I could get it or not. You know, what I'm saying? We were having a phone conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you better go get some money."
Get that bag. You better go get that bag.
And I applied so quickly, and I got my money. Like even I think it was that might have been for the unemployment,
Right?
Because a lot of solopreneurs, entrepreneurs thought, "Oh, we can't get it," and she was like, "Oh, yes, you can." And I'm like, "Honey, y'all missing out on money. Money is sitting on the table." And y'all missing out on money because you just don't understand how to get it, but it's there. So talk about just the COVID-19 resources that are available right now. Just tell them some of them, that the major ones that are still available, because it's they close the doors quickly, and then two, just the different industries that can take part in it.
Absolutely. So, and I'll start with the SBA grants. That was one of the first, like you said, when I get that feeling of fear, I jump into survival mode, and it was like, okay, this is the whole nation. That was me jumping into survival mode, like something is going to be done with this. But I had a moment where SBA was like, go get it, go get it, go get it. And then their response to funding us kind of made me pull back. But now, after more research and everything and kind of getting the facts together, I think they're a little bit on board. Some people from back when we first promoted it are just now receiving funds.
I just got one.
Closed it and reopened it again, but it's worth it. Once again, as long as, and let me say this, anybody at this point been at least a sole proprietorship being the bare minimum can qualify. If you are a sole proprietor, you are your own employee. You're one person. You're that only employee. They're given a minimum of $1,000 per employee. You can file as a sole proprietor and choose one employee being yourself. It's legitimate. It's legal. People have a fear of that. There's no need to fear that. As long as you are using whatever funds they give you for the sole purpose of your business. If you're using it to fund yourself as a sole proprietor, it then becomes a grant. You do not have to pay it back, even if it's a bare minimum of $1,000. So that's where that whole, you can use that to even start. You've already started because you got to have the EIN rolling. But as a proprietor, let's go get your supplies. Use that to build up your inventory. Whatever the case be, that's you or your business. So a lot of people have that question, like, well, if I get it and how, if I don't use it right, throw it back. Why wouldn't you use it right? If you're going to use it to go shopping, then we got a problem.
Exactly.
But even to like file you have the EIN, but you don't have your state registry, or you don't have your 501c3 or something. Go for it, because you're still that sole proprietor. You're still, well, you can't do a 501c3. That's different. But you get what I'm saying. Anything for
right.
That's sole propriety. You've already served. It's already served its purpose. So yes, definitely go after SBA. And this also puts me on a good part of when you mentioned COVID-19 grants, is that I have the new website now, which is members only. It is the mgrantproject.com. And what I'm doing on there It's for members only because you get so much. You know, I'm really known for putting all this free game on my page, but what I did was took all that free information and free game and I put it in a membership on the website. So when you get your membership, you get access to thousands of grants. And they're all categorized. And one of the categories on the website being COVID-19 emergency or disaster assistance grants. And I've got hundreds.
Wow.
And some of the people who qualify, again, everything from businesses, sole proprietorships, LLCs, S corps, whatever your business is registered as, on up to nonprofits. You know, you can go after these grants.
And what was that site again? M Project.
Yes, it is the THEM, the letter M, project, project.com. That's the new website. The old website is kind of shifted over. It's going away.
Okay.
And again, there are COVID-19 grants. Check your state. You give me a state right now, I can find you a COVID-19 grant that's still accessible right now. I think on through at least minimum of September, you'll still see a lot of the grants that were available. They'll probably start to pan out sometime after that, but a lot of the state grants are available. A lot of the creative grants, if you were affected by COVID-19 as a creative in any way, lost income, you know what I mean? You can go after grants as small as 500, as large as I'm seeing 5 to 10,000. Also, the contest. If you just look. You mentioned earlier too about how you'll go looking for grants and you barely find some. The key to that is wording. It depends on what you type in. It's very hard to just type on Google and find grants. But if you use the right wording, you can find something. Like one word I'm going to throw out there that you can just try your little heart out is the word foundation. If you put in Grant Funds Foundation, you'll get some grant opportunities that you've never seen before.
Wow.
Or if you know of, because a lot of us go after like Walmart, Target. Well, Jim Triplett Foundation, you know what I mean, that you never heard of, is over here giving away $25,000 for you to get out of this COVID issue and restart your business. So those are the grants you want to go after. Anything that you can find under a foundation, you've got a better chance than going after Walmart. So that was free game right there.
Damn, she got that's free game.
That was free game right there. So, I mean, I'm trying to tell you, but yes, there are still plenty of COVID-19 grants, and they're accessible for just about anybody: students, creatives, entrepreneurs, businesses, nonprofits, you name it. You just have to know what you're going for, or hire people like me to find it for you. It's so worth it. My minimum retainer is $185 a month to get you 2 good grants, and I run contests every month where I'm just giving away. I'll write you 2 easy, simple grants for this amount or that amount. I'm always trying to find ways to do something, and it's not like I'm just gonna quickly do a grant. I'm gonna give it quality. We're gonna have a whole conversation. So you gotta get the person. If you feel like you still can't do it after, doing your own research, get the right person that really got your back and really want to see you fund it. And my own daughter just won a grant.
Really? That's awesome.
She did. She actually won the Dream Warriors Foundation. They gave her $1,000 to get started in her new apartment. I mean, so just to move out. Look at God. Everything. There is something for everything. Yeah. She won a grant. Yes, she did. So, you got to get out there or just give it the right person.
I'm getting on the membership. I have her for a month, but I need her for life.
You know what? Right now, the membership is only $19. If you do the minimum, if you're one person and not like a business or a nonprofit, the $19 membership, and I'm letting it roll for a while.
Wow.
So nobody is paying per month right now. One-time payment until I say otherwise. So now's a good time to get your membership. And I update that weekly, hundreds of grant opportunities. And then there's also free downloads. I do I got a free uploads and downloads and free pamphlets. I've got a planner on there for you, a 90-day planner for working, entrepreneurs working from home. There's a free 90-day planner after you get your membership. So there's a lot. And I'm giving it all away. I am doing hours right now.
So give them all of it. Am I still on?
Yeah, you're still here. I can see you.
Okay. I'm switching my phone because I need to type in information here so that everybody can see this.
There you go. There you go.
Y'all still there?
Yeah, you're still here. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Okay, there. Okay. I'm turning my phone so I can type in this. I hate to do this all janky in the middle, but like, I need these people to get this info. So I got to do what I got to do for my followers.
All
right.
And the followers, whoever's on here right now, I can't really see who's on here. But
click on chat.
Yeah, I was trying to do it with my other phone. You said click on what now?
Chat. You say mbmproject.com, right?
Yes, it's like the word them, like themproject.com.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure.
Right now too, if you don't follow me on Facebook, please follow me. I also have the grants group. That's nothing for you to join the grants group. I post free opportunities on the grants group daily.
Yes, that's everything.
It's so much. There's so much right now. Like I try to give it every which way, you know. Yeah.
So, okay. So let's talk about inspiration in these last 4 minutes. If someone has an idea about starting a business or they have an idea, something like that, in this time, in this climate of uncertainty, what is the thing that you would say to them to motivate them to take that step forward?
It sounds so simple and cliche, but do it. If you can, you know, I wrote this as a post. If COVID-19 did not inspire you at this point to do it, you're not inspired. You're not going to be inspired. If you haven't found a way to hustle right now during COVID-19, you're just not a hustler. So a lot of people don't like that word, but now is the time to embrace that word, and you have to hustle. I thought about that myself. Like, God forbid this happens again. You know, a lot of us are climbing out of this. What if this happens again? Yeah. Now I'm not prepared. Am I going to be prepared the next time? Don't sit back and wait for stimulus. Don't and watch everybody else. Like, your children have been your inspiration. Your family have been your inspiration. Your spouse, your circumstances. I know those have been your inspiration. If COVID, the entire world is right here with you right now. You know what I'm saying? If you can't climb out of this or find a way to say, you know what, I will not walk this same road again. It's just not in you. And that's like period, point blank. I'm running out of like cliche inspirational things to say because it's so blatantly here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like anybody could get a harder kick in the behind right now.
You know, my thought is why not? That's where I'm going. Why not? You have no.
Like, I mean, at this point, you've said all you can say. You've posted every catchy post. You've read every scripture in the Bible, if you're like me, you know, and that's enough in itself. But to actually see, okay, take what you read in the Bible and now you see it happening. Like, let's not even go there. You see these things in front of you, and the entire world is with you. Right. I don't get it. I don't get it beyond this point. I don't get failure beyond this point. I don't get why you wouldn't get up, because there is so much opportunity right now to do it. That's why, like you mentioned earlier, business took off after COVID. Everybody was like, that's it. I'm starting. I'm broke. I don't have another way. I'm taking this last that I got. And this is it. You either make it or break it right now. So I can't find some simple cliche or word to give you right now to just inspire you anymore. That's the inspiration. Real life. That's it. Like, there's no excuse right now. There's no excuse. I have no sympathy. I'm being honest. I have no sympathy for those of us who just clearly had the way and didn't do it. You know what I mean? Who just feel like, wait for the next stimulus, or it ain't gonna happen again. Like, man, look, all my children are getting paid right now. No joke. You got to do it right now. There's no excuse.
Exactly. I thank you for tuning in and joining us and sharing your gifting with my audience. I pray that y'all watching are going to really follow okay? Because if you don't, honestly, if you don't invest in her, that means you don't really care about the business dream or anything
At all.
I don't know how you can't take $19 and trust in yourself.
Or
like
free consultations. That doesn't cost you a thing. Let's have a conversation. That's
listen, absolutely no excuse. So I thank you, Yolanda, for being on here. I'm so proud of you, and I'm gonna be joining the membership. Thank you again. I don't know. I don't know which one I want to do. I think I'll do. I think I'll retain you again because I ain't gonna feel like it.
I'll reach out to you. I'll follow up with you. I got you.
Okay. But definitely, y'all follow up with her. Make things happen. I am praying for everyone who is watching. If you have an idea, I pray that it comes to fruition if you follow through. This is where you should be spending your money live. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to Yolanda. She's on Facebook and under your Facebook page.
Facebook is Yolanda OG Minniefield. Instagram is OG.thegrantplug. Twitter is OG.thegrantplug. It's all.
There you go. Google her. All right, girl. Thank you so much. You have a blessed weekend. And I'm praying for you. My condolences to you and your family.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
All right. Peace and blessings, guys. Until next week. We'll see you then. Bye.